This is John with CruisingAddicts.com. Today we're going to take a tour of Carnival Pride. Carnival Pride was launched in 2002. She weighs 88,500 gross tons. She's 963 feet in length, has a guest capacity of 2,134 guests, and a crew capacity of 930. We'll start our tour on deck 12, the highest level of the ship, and at the aft of the ship towards the rear. And on deck 12 you're going to find the sky deck and the funnel. The funnel actually is the top of the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse, but there's some great views from up here. Moving down to deck 11, down to the sports deck, you're gonna find an area here just below the sky deck where you can lounge outside. Plenty of loungers here and some great views. Moving aft on deck 11, sports deck, you're gonna find some restrooms just outside of the Waterworks area here, both the men's and women's. There's a children's play area here, which has a splash bucket, and there's 2 slides on Carnival Pride. This area is a lot of fun for families and kids. There's plenty of seating back here, and as you can see, there's the water bucket in slow-mo for your enjoyment. But very popular place on a hot, sunny day. And moving on to the other side, you'll find more area of the splash pad here. The big yellow slide is called the Twister, and it is pretty high. You actually dump out down on the deck below, and there's a sitting area down there as well. The green slide's a little more tame, but both of them are a lot of fun. You have to climb up that tower to get on both. Moving forward on deck 11, you're going to find the mini golf course. It's 9 holes. And also here you are going to find the basketball courts, and there are also some other games played here as well. I think they can do soccer in here also, because there is a portable soccer net there. And the mini golf wraps around this area of the ship along with the walking track here. As you can see, the blue walking track that goes kind of down the center. The mini golf is in a great area. There's some great views here. It's located about midship. You can see the funnel in the background there, but it's pretty much all on its own and up in a higher spot. Moving down to deck 10, the sun deck, at the aft of the ship, the very rear, you're going to find the exits of the water slides. Here you see the Twister water slide where it dumps out at. And also you'll find the exit of the green slide as well, comes out down here. And moving just a little bit forward on deck 10, you're going to find Fahrenheit 555, the upgraded specialty dining on Carnival Pride. And it's their steakhouse. It's been recently rebranded, and we actually ate here. It was a great meal. They serve steaks, prime rib, seafood, and some other items. But we had a wonderful dinner here, one of the best dinners I've ever had on a Carnival ship. And we also have a video reviewing the meal here and the experience if you want to check it out. Moving forward on deck 10, the sun deck, you're going to find lots and lots and lots of loungers, which is great. This ship has a lot of good open public space out in the sun, lots of places to sit and lounge. Never once felt overcrowded. And then overlooking the pool deck, there's actually 3 pools on this ship, one midship, one forward, and then there's also a small pool located at the Serenity area. Moving forward here on deck 10 on the sun deck, you're going to see a lot more loungers, and I would say this is one of our favorite things about Carnival Pride, just the plenty of open space and outdoor areas. Now you're looking over the forward pool here, and this pool's about the same size as the other. On deck 10 on the sun deck, there is a smoking area here, and there's also another one down below on deck 9 that's covered with some seating. Moving forward here on deck 10, you can continue to walk around, and there's like a protected observation area here up front. As you can see, the glass wall, but this is a good area, and this is also the outside of the upper level of the fitness center, as you can see through the left glass there. But this wraps around all the way around. A great place to come up and get some good views of wherever you're sailing to. On deck 10 forward, you're also going to find the Club O2 Teens Club, and this is a place where your teenage kids can go and play video games, sports, karaoke, dance sessions, all kinds of fun stuff to keep them entertained and busy during your cruise. On deck 10, you're also going to find the fitness studio where you can participate in classes, and these are for a fee. They have yoga, Pilates, other stuff like that. Right next door to the fitness studio, you're going to find the upper level on deck 10 of the fitness center, and this fitness center is very big for the size of a ship. There was a lot of equipment in here, everything from ellipticals to weight machines to some machines I've never seen before, bikes, treadmills, just about everything you could imagine, and some equipment. I have no idea what the name of it is, but as you can see, there's a lot there. Moving down to deck 9, you're going to find all the way forward your Cloud 9 spa, and there's also the salon here, but you can find the sauna on deck 9 and Cloud 9, and also the steam room. There is treatment rooms here for massages and facials and those sort of things, which are additional charge, of course. And then also here you'll find the salon where they can do haircuts and shave you and just about every treatment you can imagine. Moving forward on deck 9, you're going to find the forward pool, the Apollo pool, and both of the larger pools on this ship are very nice. It's kind of surprising that they have this many and this size of pools on this ship, considering the ship only holds a little bit over 2,000 passengers, but plenty of seating, and there's plenty of tables and chairs here. And never once did we have a time where we couldn't find somewhere to sit and relax. Moving further forward on deck 9, you're going to find the BlueIguana Tequila Bar, where they serve up all of your specialty tequila drinks, including the world famous margarita. And they will serve other things here, beer, wine, other cocktails as well. But on the opposite side in this area, you're going to find the RedFrog Rum Bar. And this bar also specializes in all those rum concoctions, daiquiris, your they'll sell you a margarita there as well. Just right next to the bars, you're going to find the Venus main pool, and this pool is in the midship of the ship, and it is a pretty large pool considering the size of the ship. Moving further aft here, you're going to find Guy's Burgers, and yes, there is ice cream down here on that side of the ship, but Guy's has all those wonderful burgers from Guy Fieri, and this is one of the most popular eateries on any Carnival ship, and one of our favorites for sure. Here you can see all the options for the type of pre-made burgers, but you can also kind of design your own by getting a plain Jane and then going right over here to the toppings bar, and every topping you can imagine is going to be set up here. Actually see the instructions here for how to put together Guy's famous burgers. On the opposite side of the ship in the same area, you're going to find BlueIguana Cantina. They serve breakfast and lunch here. They close pretty early, so I want to say it's like around 2 or 3, so you're not going to be eating here for dinner, but it's a great option. Always very busy, but tacos and burritos is their thing, and very similar to Guys. You can get it kind of plain Jane and then go over and load it up with whatever you want, but here's some options for your burritos. You also have the toppings. They call it a salsa bar on this side, but you're going to see all of the available options here, and it's quite a few. We actually ate this for the very first time on our last cruise and was surprised how good it was. Moving further aft, you're going to come to the Mermaid's Grille Lido restaurant, and this has all of your other dining besides the main dining in Fahrenheit 555. You're going to have all of your options here, the buffets, but there's lots and lots of seating. This ship is really well planned as far as capacity wise and seating. Here you're going to see the top of the atrium, find your omelet station here where you can get an omelet made. Carnival used to let you choose all the options. Now it's kind of like 4 or 5 pre-made options. Here you'll see the beverage station that's right next to the omelet area. And it does say omelets your way, but I don't know how truthful that is. But moving further aft, you're gonna come to the breakfast buffet area. And for your buffet, you're gonna have your grill here, your breakfast grill. You're gonna have everything from pancakes to French toast, sausage, eggs, although I will say the eggs are made from a powder and they're not that great. I'd rather eat the dining room eggs, but you'll find all your options here for breakfast. Now moving to the center of this area, you're going to find a pretty large beverage station. It has all your juices, coffee, and they usually have a couple of different kinds of juice, which is great. On the opposite side of this area of the restaurant, you're going to find the deli, the Carnival Deli, and it is pretty good. It's one of our favorite eateries. They have everything from hot dogs to Philly cheesesteak to a Cuban to a meatball sub, and all of it's really, really good. You got cold and hot options. You can see the menu there. And this entire area has plenty of seating. There's always a seat to be found. We never had trouble. Here you can see the salad bar. They usually set this up with like fruit and cheese in the morning for breakfast. But this area of the ship usually has food from early in the morning around 6:30 or so, all the way up till around 11 o'clock at night. Moving over to the other side of the buffet area, you're going to find your Pizza Pirate, and they make 5 different types of pizza. You can see them right here. They're not bad. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's pretty good pizza. There's also a coffee bar back here where you can order specialty coffees. Here's a quick look at their menu, and it's a pretty good bit of options there. Pretty good stuff. I've had it before. Moving further aft, you're going to come to the rear elevators here, and just beyond it is the Serenity area. This ship has a really great Serenity Adults-Only area. One of the best Serenity areas that we have actually visited, and it's kind of hard to find. You got to kind of wind around back here, but once you exit out, you're going to see there's a towel bar right here to your left, and lots of seating over here and tables. Here to your right, you're going to see a bar here. It's a pretty large bar, bigger than most of the ships the smaller ships anyways, that we've been on. I was really kind of surprised at how big this area was for the size of ship, considering this ship holds about 2,200 passengers, and it's really not that big. This area was really massive compared to the other ships, small ships that we've sailed on. Lots of good cushioned seating here and tables. You know, it was really surprising when we were out here. We did not really see it get very crowded. The clamshells would get taken up, but all these seating areas, there always would be some areas to sit, and always loungers available. Lots and lots of loungers back here in the back. Great views. You're on deck 9. You can see the ocean behind you, the wake of the ship. There's a really nice pool and hot tub here. And this ship has a lot of clamshells. You can see here, tons of clamshells are all along the back of the ship and have great views. One of my favorite areas of Carnival Pride, and definitely a highlight. Moving down to deck 8, the panorama deck, you're going to have a mixture of balcony and interior cabins. Moving further down to deck 7, the veranda level, you're going to have balcony and interior cabins here. Down one more deck to deck 6, the Empress, you're going to have suites, you're going to have balconies, and you're also going to have interiors. And one more level down to deck 5, you're going to have balcony and interior cabins here, and this is the upper deck. Moving forward, all the way forward on the ship, in a very odd and hard to find location, you're going to find the Camp Ocean Kids Club. I actually had to look at the map of the ship or the deck plans and find this. It wasn't very obvious. They were not open when I visited, so I wasn't able to get any footage on the inside of the kids club, but a lot of cool things for kids to do. Dropping down to deck 4, all the way forward, you're going to find the Taj Mahal Show Lounge, and there is a spiral staircase that takes you down all 3 levels. Show Lounge is 3 levels from top to bottom. Really large show lounge. You have some restrooms here at the entrance on both sides, and most levels do have those on the entrances. Lots and lots of great seating. We watched 3 shows here, and every one of them had a great view. We sat in various places. I like to kind of move around to see what the views are like, but always plenty of seats. On deck 4, all the way forward, and it's in a very awkward location. You pretty much have to access it from the deck above or below, but your Circle C tweeners, kids club, ages 12 to 14, this is where they'll go to hang out and have fun, and they do stuff like dance parties, games, and movies and stuff like that. On deck 4, you're also going to find some cabins here, and on the main deck you're going to find balcony and obstructed view cabins. Dropping down to deck 3, all the way in the rear, the aft of the ship, you're going to find the Normande Restaurant. This is your main dining room, and it spans 2 levels from deck 3 all the way down to deck 2. The main dining room offers you your dinner option. This is where you'll do your formal dining, and also your sea day brunches will be held here. Moving forward on deck 3, you're going to exit outside, and you're going to find the exterior promenade. This area gives you a lot of outdoor walking space on the lower areas of the ship, and it's a great place to be able to just go out, and it pretty much covers the entire front to back of the ship. Good place to go if you want to avoid the crowds and walk from one end of the ship to the other. Moving back inside, you're going to come into the elevator lobby, the aft elevator lobby, and just beyond it you're going to find the Raphael Lounge, and this is one of the many lounges and bars that are available on the ship, and there is a piano here. I don't believe we ever saw anyone playing during the cruise in this area. I think this area gets a little bit underused, but there is a bar here you can order from. Moving further forward from the Raphael Lounge, you're going to find some shops. Actually, here you're going to find your Pixels photo gallery, where you buy all of your photos and all your photo accessories. You can see some equipment there for making pictures and for your cameras. And here's all your displays, and this ship still has the old school printed pictures that are on display. They're closed up right while we were walking through here. They were closed up, but you can view all of your pictures from when you're in port, when you did Elegant Night, and also this opens up into the atrium. You're just one level above the bottom of the atrium here. Very nice view of it. The ship has a smaller atrium than most. Wrapping around to the other side, you're going to find the other side of Pixel Studio, and there is quite a few of these picture display walls. We didn't do a lot of pictures on this cruise, but we try to do at least one each cruise because they get kind of expensive and pricey. But I don't think we ever saw every single one of these covered with pictures. I think they have way more than they need. Pretty nice area, and it's very large for a Pixels photo gallery. It wraps completely around the atrium up here on the upper level. Moving forward here on deck 3, you're going to find your fun shops, and this ship has a pretty large selection of shops. The shops are bigger than most ships this size, and it was a pretty extensive collection of merchandise available. We did do a little bit of shopping, and we were pretty happy with the items that we found here. They will run sales if you're looking to buy a t-shirt. just hold off and there'll be a sale at some point. Usually towards the end of the cruise, you can do like a 2 for $30 deal. You're also going to find sunglasses and hats and bags, as you can see here. Lots and lots of t-shirts and hats, mugs, you know, like a Yeti style mug with the Carnival logo, and key lanyards and all of the such. As on every Carnival ship, you're going to find a FE jewelry store, and this one is no different. You have a FE here. Here's some more merchandise, and this is some of the stuff that was on sale. You can see the 2 for $30 shirts. They actually had a really good selection of shirts. I always try to buy at least one shirt on every cruise, so I have a pretty large collection. And the prices are not bad if you wait for the sales. Here you're going to find the liquor store, and all of this is kind of all together in one store. Sometimes they're broken up into different shops, but this one kind of just continued on and on all the way down. And you're going to find cigarettes and alcohol here. Of course, the alcohol you cannot drink on the ship. They're going to lock it up and they'll give it to you when you get off. And it's duty free. Cherry on top, you're going to find that here, and this on all Carnival ships. It's their candy store. And they have quite a bit of selection of candy. You can buy candy by the pound, or you can buy prepackaged candy here. There's also champagne and flowers and those type of things. Now moving further forward on deck 3, you're going to come to the Via Veneto Upper Promenade. And this is a pretty cool area, unique to Carnival Pride, and I really enjoyed it. This ship is themed in an Italian theme, and it's very prominent in this area. And in this area, you're going to find the Ivory Bar. Pretty cool piano bar. There's a lot of little figures. I'm not sure if they're really ivory or not, but they look like they're ivory. They're probably fake. But really cool area here. This is where you'll want to go and hang out at night and relax with a cocktail or a glass of wine and listen to some piano music and enjoy the company of others. And I just thought it was very interesting, all the different little figures, and plenty of seating in this area. This is a pretty big piano bar. In this area of the Via Veneto Promenade, you're going to find a stairwell, like a spiral style stairwell with a nice little statue at the top that'll take you down to deck 2, the promenade level. And moving further forward, the warehouse, where you're going to find all those cool and fun arcade games. There is a discount hour where you can get like double the tokens for the price. I'm not sure when it is, but you'll have to look in your fun times. But there is a time where you can get reduced amount of, or pay a reduced amount for tokens. And there's a lot of games. This is a big arcade. One of the bigger arcades for a small ship. Compared to the fantasy class ships, this is probably at least twice, maybe 3 times the size, and this ship is not that much bigger than a fantasy class ship. But a good selection. Everything was working. It looked like we didn't play any games here, but everything looked in really good working order. Sometimes that's not always the case. Everything looked operational. I didn't see any machines turned off or out of order signs. Alright, moving further forward on deck 3, this is the end of the Via Veneto Upper Promenade, and you're going to come to the mid-level of the Taj Mahal Show Lounge. Again, this is a great show lounge and venue for the Carnival playlist production shows. I enjoyed this theater more than probably any other theater I have been in, and it was just the layout, the atmosphere, everything seemed so great. The productions were really high quality. They always do a really good job with that. But as you can see, there's lots and lots and lots of seating here. We sat in each level and every seat was a good view. I don't think we had a bad seat any time during our cruise here. On deck 3, all the way forward, wrapping around the theater is something that's very unique and different to Carnival ships. Is there's a little garden called the Sunset Garden. It's a little kind of like a promenade that wraps around the theater and will take you all the way to the very front of the ship, and a place where you can access stairwells and it is one way that you'll access the kids clubs that are in a very awkward place on the front. There's a couple of sets of stairs here. This is a great place to go and sit. You know, I wanted to go sit here on de-embarkation day and wait for the embarkation, but wasn't able to get down there. But that was my thoughts when I saw the area. I was like, this would be a great place to sit. This is one of the more quiet and peaceful areas on the ship, and a very good place to come and kind of meditate, relax, read a book, get away from the crowds. I never ever saw anybody in here. Crew members occasionally walking through, but that's about it. If you keep heading forward and coming up here to the stairs that you see on the right, that's going to take you up one level to Circle C. Just another way to get up there. But there's also, just beyond this, another set of stairs right in the middle of the hallway. Now dropping down to deck 2, this is all the way forward, and at the forward elevator lobby, you're going to find the very end of the promenade here to the right. There's also some restrooms here in front of us that you can use when you're going to one of the shows. And also you'll have your entrance to the Raphael Lounge and your Taj Mahal Theater here. Now, very first shop you're going to come to is your Carnival Adventure store. That's where they sell all your shore excursion type items and snorkel gear and all that kind of good stuff. And also in this area you're going to find your kiosk to do your self-service for guest services type stuff, and I believe there was an ATM there as well. Moving forward, here's your promenade area. Lots and lots and lots and lots of seating here on the promenade on deck 2. You got your Piazza Cafe off to the right here, you'll see, and you can order all your drinks. I heard there's some really great milkshakes made here, but I do not know that for a fact because I never did order any. Moving just slightly forward in this area, you're going to find your RedFrog Pub. Very popular area to have a beer, cocktail, or a glass of wine, and you will usually find a live performer here or a small band. There is plenty of seating. You have the bar here you can walk up to and sit down at. You can go sit at a table and order as well. And you're going to find in this area a few games. This particular RedFrog Pub had foosball, they had like a shuffleboard game, they had cornhole, and they usually have the same games at each one of these. But a fun place, also darts. Forgot to mention the darts, but good place to come and hang out. This is a very relaxing spot, chill, and have a couple of drinks, spend some time with some friends, listen to some good music, and enjoy your cruise. As you can see, there's a stage here where they have a band come in and perform, small band, usually just a couple pieces. Right next door to the RedFrog Pub, you're going to find your Heroes Tribute Bar, and this is their sports bar. Popular spot during game day, during NFL football and NBA basketball, or any of the college athletics going on. But quite a bit of seating here. Not the biggest space, but it probably doesn't get used. I never did go in here when it was open. But a really cool place that gives tribute to our American service members. Now moving further forward on deck 2, the promenade level, you're going to find more promenade seating here. And this goes on for quite a while. Moving along on the promenade, you're going to come to the Winners Club Casino, and this was a really nice casino and a pretty large casino considering the size of the ship. Lots of slot machines and quite a few poker machines, as well as plenty of table games. And I want to say there's like roughly 150 gaming machines and about 16 table games. I actually do a more complete walkthrough of the casino here. If you want to get a better view of it in more detail, check out that video. And moving further aft, you're going to find Bonsai Sushi, and this is a upcharge dining option here on the ship. I have never had it, but I've heard it's really good. And one of these days I'm going to have to try it. But really great sushi from what I hear. So further aft, you're going to find the rear elevators, and here you're going to find the atrium glass elevators. Carnival Pride has 3 sets of elevators. They have 4 elevators forward, 4 elevators midship, and 4 elevators aft, plus the 3 glass elevators that are atrium elevators. And one of my favorite things about Carnival ships, or any ship for that matter, is the glass elevators that these atriums have. I love riding them. I ride them every chance I get. I guess I'm like a kid when it comes to these. But this particular glass elevator has a great view. The atrium's a lot smaller than most atriums, but it is very scenic. And as you ride this one all the way up to the top, it comes up to your Fahrenheit 555. On deck 2, heading further aft, you're going to come to the Renaissance lobby and atrium. Here you'll find your Carnival Adventures desk. That's where you're going to book all of your shore excursions. Here's a little lounge area. It's not very big. It's kind of small compared to the other atriums on some of the other Carnival ships. You have a spiral or wrapping around staircase there. It goes up to the next level. Here you'll find guest services. You can go there if you have any issues with your Carnival account. And here you can see a view of the glass elevators. There's a total of 3 here, and they go from, like I said earlier, deck 2 all the way up to deck 10. Very scenic ride, and here you can get a good view of the atrium from top to bottom. On the opposite side of the atrium, you're going to find your dream studio, where you go and you look at your photos that you took from your custom photo shoots. Moving further aft, you're going to come to the Alchemy Bar, and this is one of the more popular bars on the ship. Very elegant and kind of cool and sleek area to come and have a drink. A lot of cool custom cocktails you can order here, and they will even customize some to your liking. But plenty of very comfortable seating here, and I can attest to that personally. I've sat in these chairs and they're very, very comfortable. Probably the most comfortable seating you'll find on the ship. Right next to the Alchemy Bar, you're going to find the Captain's Club, and this is like a private seating area where they do special events or private events. Moving further aft, you're going to find the Beauties nightclub on deck 2, and this is a really cool nightclub. It's very glittery and very entertaining, to say the least, but you'll find a lot of seating here. You got a lot of bar space. There is a few statues here that kind of decorate the area, but this is where you'll go for the late night hours and dance your night away. There's a pretty decent sized dance floor here. All the way aft on deck 2, you're going to find the lower level of the Normande Restaurant, and this area is where you will go for your dining. There's only one restaurant for the main dining room here. Usually there's 2 on most of the ships, but this one only has 1. And it's a very modern look. It's very clean and sleek look, and very comfortable seating. We did find the service a little bit slow on this ship. It felt like they were understaffed. Most of our meals in here were, we waited quite a bit of time to get served. Both taking our order and bringing the food out, so not our best experience, but the food was okay, and I think that's more of the reason why we ate in some of the other areas more. But really cool area as far as decor. The ceiling here is really nice. It's a very beautiful area. Dropping down all the way to the bottom, the lowest level of the ship, you're going to find your Butterflies Lounge all the way forward on deck 1. And this is actually the only thing that's on this level besides cabins, but a really nice and large lounge. They do comedy shows here. They do some other entertainment here as well. Lots and lots and lots of seating, and just great views throughout. As you can see, it's a pretty cool space. We actually did not go to any shows here. We were so busy with other things. I kind of regret that. If I ever sell on this ship again, I will make sure that I go to at least one show here. But this was a cool area, and I really enjoyed walking through it and videoing this area. Very large stage. On deck 1, the Riviera level, you're going to find ocean view cabins here and a lot of interior cabins as well. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this ship tour, and if you did, hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and check out our website cruisingaddicts.com. Happy sailing.